Good afternoon everyone, hope you're all well. My name is Toni and welcome to the How to Craft Network channel, where you can come and get some fabulous inspiration for your card making. If you are tuning in for the first time, this is the opportunity for you to click that subscribe button and never miss a show. There is also a little HD button, so if you're getting some problems when you are watching the show, if you click that, it might make it a better viewing experience for you. So let's say hello to everyone. We have, wow. Not great for my vertigo, as you all know. Let's have a look. So Linda, Paula, Anne, Tracy, Lindsay, Julie, Carol, Roseanne, Charlotte, Karen, Avril, and the list goes on. Paul, Gina, Rosie, Tracy, Amanda. I'm going to stop looking because I'm going to fall over and dink straight over. So I hope you're all well, guys. It's lovely to see you all. The weather's still great, isn't it? Not as sunny today, but it's still great. So a lovely day ahead of us. So in today's studio, I was asked yesterday about the lovely garden elements, where we've got this black card here, you know, this one here. So we're going to use this one today. I have picked a name for the fabulous embossing folders, and I will announce that at the end of the show. One lucky winner who commented on yesterday's video after I went live is going to win a whole bunch of our brand new embossing folders, which is super cool. And it's just a little bit of giving back to say thank you for tuning in all the time. So have we all got a cup of tea or a cup of coffee? Hopefully we have. I have a herb tea today. I'm trying to be, mind you, I do like herb tea. I have it quite often. So in today's studio, I'm going to recreate the card on here with a bit of a twist. And whilst I'm on this set, I'm also going to use the fabulous tree, which is the one at the bottom here. I have seen so many of you making makes with this tree. Absolutely incredible on our Eureka fan page. Some belters, if I'm quite honest. So well done, everybody. I know you've liked this one a lot. So we're going to use this one today. Have I got anything else to tell you about before we go straight into a demo? So tomorrow, Claire is live, Thirsty Brush, with a brand new launch now. I think she's done a Facebook Live today. I haven't seen it as of yet. Somebody give me a nod if you've seen it. Do you like it? Or is it later? Let me know. But she's live tomorrow here in the How to Craft Network studio with a fabulous launch. And I'm going to be over there trying to be a presenter. Nervous, yes, probably. So we're both tag teaming it together because Claire's nervous. I need to get over my nervousness, so we're going to do it together, and hopefully we'll battle that, you know, because that's what I did on my own show. I just got through it so quickly without taking a breath. I forgot to breathe. And then when I came off air, I felt like I was going to pass out. So we're going to tag team it tomorrow. So don't forget, brand new launch, 1 o'clock. It will be in the newsletter tonight as well, showing you where to go if you're not sure on where to go. And there's going to be some lovely discounts as well. And it is going to go to telly in about a month's time or something like that. So that's super cool, super excited about that one. And it'd be nice to take the pressure off me all the time and just stand there and down to glare. So I hope that's okay. Let's have a look. She did her live earlier. It's gorgeous, brilliant. I'll check it out tonight while I'm having a cup of tea and some biscuits. So I'm going to use the fabulous garden elements today, and if you pop a comment underneath this live show when I've gone off air, I'll pick a winner for this one on Friday. I'm trying to do as many giveaways as I can. I'd like people to comment on our videos because it gives us a wider reach. The more interaction we have gives us that wider reach to other crafters as well. So popping those comments on really help us, and giving back is the element of being able to win a stamp set or whatever it is I might be using in the show. And yesterday's giveaway is a whole bunch of 5 brand new embossing folders, which I've got the name written down here and I will announce at the end. Tracy saying you are so gorgeous, Toni. Really? Oh, crikey. Right, let's do some craft. Thank you, Tracy, that's very kind. So I'm going to just grab some black card first off. I'm going to do 2 cards today together, and then we can put them together at the end. I'm just going to grab the Eureka here. I'm going to do 2 different techniques. Now, the second technique I haven't done before. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't, it's going in the bin. I don't mind. At the moment, I have to say the bin is my favourite place. Everything I make's going in the bin. Does anybody else get like that? It's like another one-pot bin. And then you try and rectify it and waste another half an hour trying to put it right. Oh gosh, I won't show you my bin. I won't. So anyway, let's craft, because that's why we've all come. So when you take your stamp set out, you get the lovely huge tree, which we're going to do a little bit of a technique on this one, which is a little bit different to the norm. And we're going to do this one, and I've been asked to do it as it is on the packaging in the white, but I'm just going to add a little bit of a twist and incorporate an embossing folder in there as well. So let's go ahead and have some fun. I hope you're all happy today. I hope you've all got a cup of tea. If you're eating chocolate, I'd like to know what chocolate you all have. We love chocolate. I must stop eating chocolate though. It's not good for the hips. So I've just popped this onto the black cardstock here, and I have my white embossing powder. You all have this, a sticky ink pad, and our anti-static bag to get rid of any moisture in our card. So let's pick up our lovely stamp, and I'm just going to anti-static the black here. Get rid of any sort of thumbprints that I may have, and then a sticky ink pad. So we're going white, as it's white on the packaging, but it looks incredibly beautiful in the gold, as you all know. I did demo it in gold on TV. I think I did demo it in TV in white as well. I can't remember though. I've slept since then. So let's add some white embossing powder to this one. So I'll just grab a piece of scrap card here. This is so pretty, and the added element of being able to add sequins to the sort of legs on it as well looks really cool. Sequins, diamantes to give it that 3D effect. It looks beautiful. Look at that. Really, really pretty. So if you popped sequins on all of the tails, it looks gorgeous, and it gives it that extra sparkle. Cup of tea and an Easter egg. Corinne, wow. A chocolate biscuit with a hole in the middle. Less fattening. Oh my gosh. Who? Right, Montgomery from Lynn. That's it, that's Lynn. So remember, Montgomery's Lynn. That's a good idea, Lynn. Does that mean you can eat two though? Oh. I just eat the packet, that's the problem. I don't know when to put the packet down. In fact, I actually take the packet into the room. I put two on a plate for Tom, and then the rest just sits with me, and then, hey, life's too short to worry about it, I guess, hey? So let's heat set this one. I'm getting my gun hot. Love a curly whirly. They're not as big as they were when you were a kid though, are they? Or they might be the same size, it's just that we've grown up. So let's just heat set this one, and we'll get a beautiful bright white image, hopefully. See how lovely and bright that is. It's beautiful. So let's set that one aside for now. In fact, I'm just gonna give it a waft just to get rid of the tackiness. There we go. I'll just pop it underneath, and then it'll flatten the card a little bit. Good old Eureka, used as an iron. And then let's bring in our second piece of black card for our tree. Now, I have no idea, guys, if this technique is going to work, but I think if it does, it'll look really cool. So we'll give it a go, hey? So I have the tree. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop it at the top here. If you have the tree, you might want to try this technique out yourself. Like so. I don't know where I've acquired two magnets from either. Do you know where you lose it and it sticks to something, and then you get another one, and then you find your other one? It's just like, that's probably what's happening here. So I have my confetti paint. So I have the white and the gold. My white is still on its way. Sorry, I don't want to tease. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray both with some water. Get them activated. I think this one's actually Claire's. It was on Claire's trolley. She's going to come back and it's nearly all gone. Tomorrow she's going to be like, where's this off my trolley? Where's that off my trolley? Oh, just take it off mine. It'll be on mine somewhere. She will literally kill me, I promise you. Oh. I can see the eyes. I can see the eyes looking at me. Where's this gone? Where's that gone? We do love each other. I absolutely promise you that. So, white. I'm just going to dip my dauber into the white. Now I'm using my older daubers, and I'll just show you these because this is what happens when you're using like textured stencils with sharp edges. You end up getting some fluffy headed ones. Have you seen the fluffy headed ones? So with the fluffy headed ones, don't bin them and don't think they're not good enough for your stencils, because that's not the case. They're perfect for your paints. Okay, so like popping them into gouache and paints and things like that. So I have two. One is where the brand new, and I can use them for my stenciling. But then when they start to deteriorate a little bit, I use them for these sorts of techniques as well. So I'm just going to take this white and I'm just going to pounce it all over this stamp. And I'm going for sort of gilded look. We'll see. We'll see. So I'm going to go white and then maybe pop some gold so it looks a bit gilded or autumnal. We're soon to find out if it's going to work or not, aren't we? There we go. So make sure to cover it all up in that white there. Now, if you don't have these paints, that's fine. Watercolours work just as well. Okay, watercolours, gouache, what you've got in your stash. What other things will work? There's probably a lot. So I'm not overloading because I don't want it to be a blob, although it might be a blob. I'm not sure. We're going to find out, aren't we? So I've just covered that stamp, and let's see what it looks like when we stamp it out. Wish me luck. Confetti and Stickman are both on their way. Promise. So, hope this looks okay. Hey, 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 we've got a Christmas tree. That's not bad. That's not bad, is it? I'm just going to clean this one off. And shall we add some gold in and amongst? See what that looks like. I'm quite pleased with that, you know. I suppose you're never going to know if it's going to work unless you try it. It's a piece of card, guys. Now, I think we should dry that off first before we add the gold. I'm scared in case it goes into a bit of a muddy mess. So I'm going to dry, but if you're trying at home, try both. Just to take the edge off. That's good enough. So for our next layer, let's do the gold. Now, if I'd have had the green, because Claire does a fantastic green as well, I probably would have done the green, because I know that these metallics work really well on black. So the green would have looked beautiful. So if you were attempting the autumnal, the green and the gold, probably incredible, isn't it? But I don't have the green. Might text to say, can I have? No, like we do. So I'm just taking the gold, and I think what we'll do is, shall we do it all over? No, let's just spot it. Let's just see how it looks if we just pop it in some areas. So here is here. So I'm not going to go all over. Let's just see what it looks like if we just do a bit first, eh? So let's try and get some more on the tips here. And if I'm happy with it, I'll stop. If I'm not, I'll keep going. Let's add a bit of gold on the tree trunk. Let's try that then. See if it works. I think you take the risk of it being too dry, it might like tear your card. Hey, 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 let's get some in the middle here. This is looking really cool, guys. I cannot tell you. I'll hold it up in a second. I'm just wetting my paint a little bit more. You can tell when I'm happy, can't you? This one is not going in the bin. The white confetti is soon to be with us. As soon as I have it in stock, it will be sent in the newsletter and popped on social media. So I'm not trying to cover the whole of the white, but I am trying to fill in some spaces. Go on that tree trunk again, get that gold. Let's go for it, hey? Get a good push down. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, cool is that? It's gorgeous. Now, I'm just going to go back in, because we can, and we've got our Eureka. And I'm just going to add a bit more white. So I've gone heavy-handed. And I just need to pull that white back a bit. So let me just clean my stamp. So if you've got this stamp, you can give this technique a quick try straight away, really. If you've got a tree stamp though, you don't have to have our products to tune into the channel, as you all know. Let's just get some. Just going to try and get a little bit, recover some of that white at the top, hopefully. Just pull it back a little bit. Not too much, just random. I did like the white, you see, and now I've gone a bit heavy with that gold, but I'm just going to try and pull it back a little bit, and then probably think I've got not enough gold and add some more gold, but you know as it is. Let's have a look at that when it goes on to the... I think I'm happy with that. That looks really impressive. Okay, so I'm going to dry that off. Just got that spatter of gold coming through. Just take it off there. Doesn't need much else, does it? Get it dry first. I will hold it up in a second. I'll just get this paint off my stamp because I don't want the pain of trying to get the paint out the stamp, because somebody's going to win this. There we go. So let's just set this aside and let's just show you this lovely. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. Oh, God. That looks pretty awesome, doesn't it? Now, if you liked more gold, you can go back over and add more gold. As long as you're doing it with a stamping aid of some form, the Eureka or whatever you have, go back in and build those layers. Looks really cool. What I would say to you is try not to put lots of super wet paint on your stamp, because what you'll end up with is a muddy mess. And always remember to dry between layers and you'll probably get a more defined look. Okay, so I'm pleased with that. I really am pleased with that one. So let's just move this aside and let's move on to our next stage of our card. So I'm just trying to keep a tidy station. I try to be tidy. Right, let's move on, hey. And if you've got a tree stamp in your stash, get it dug out and have a play. So now I need my embossing folder, which is this one here. So I've gone with the frame today because we haven't used it. So it's that frame that gives you that sort of ornate look around your artwork. So I'm going for, let me think, the raised element up and to sort of frame our lovely dandelion clock here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the dandelion in the hole. So I have like a framed dandelion. Does that make sense? So take your time to line your artwork up. Now I'm not going for anything spectacular here. Mind you, I might go, no. Oh, I don't know. No. So I'm not going for anything spectacular. This is just going to be a black embossed frame, which is going to sort of frame that dandelion clock. I know I'm missing a little bit at the top there, but I'm not over precious about it, because I would prefer this to be centralised rather than me have that down here and the artwork going into the frame. So we'll go with this and see what it looks like. So I'm using my cut and boss, guys, and all I've done is removed one of my ugly cutting mats. Okay, so mine works this way, but you know, you will have to play with your own cutting machines as to what does and doesn't work. And if it doesn't work, don't force it. And if it goes through too fast and comes out the other end quite easy, then you might have to add a shim. So I know we've all got different die cutting machines. So fingers crossed this is going to look nice. I'm super pleased with my tree. Yeah, the blossom would look great. This dandelion would look cool gold. See what this looks like. I'm such a buffoon at times. I've done it the wrong way. Look, now I've got a debossed one. So my embossed is on this side. See that there? So I've done it on the wrong side, so I have a debossed frame, which I'm going to run with. Just make sure when you do yours at home, you put your embossing folder on the correct way. Oh, do you know what I was saying about the bin? Ooh, so frustrating. The tree went swimmingly well, and then I do that. But anyway, I'm going to go with it. Should I emboss it in there? Yes, we will. That'll make me happy. Let's correct our mistake. So let's just pop our plates back here. So let's just correct our mistake and get that one on the right side this time. So I've got my lovely frame. So I'm just correcting a mistake here if you are just tuning in. I used the embossing folder the wrong way. I'm just going to heat emboss the image into the centre. So I'm just going to use my anti-static bag here. And then we'll just grab that stamp. I never get. And it's funny because yesterday I was saying, oh, remember the bit that's raised pushes it up, I'm telling you, and then I go and do that. Hey, hey, hey. So let's pop that in there like that. This might even be difficult now because of the raised element of the embossing folder, but I'm going to try. And if it don't work, it's getting turned over. So let's use our sticky ink. Give it a push down. Let's see if I can get in all of those maybe raised areas. Oh, that should be fine. Easily resolved, he says. Don't count on it. Well, let's just grab our scrap paper. And let's pop our embossing powder on there. Not a bad effort in that. So I'm just going to grab a dry brush. Hopefully this is dry. Yeah. I'm just going to get rid of any flecks that I don't want. So like up here where it's raised a little bit. Tidy it up a little bit. I probably will add white splats anyway, so taking the embossing powder off is irrelevant really. There we go, so that doesn't look too bad, guys. What we'll do is we'll heat set that one and then I'll dust it off. And then we'll have a nice pretty frame around our dandelion clock. At least you get to see both sides now because I've done it on both sides. Well, let me just grab a bigger brush to just clean this off. Get rid of all that embossing. anti-static. See that there now? That's quite cool, isn't it? Quite impressive, that one. Nice. Right, so the next technique is my tool. And what I want to do is I want to put some score lines in the base of here to frame a ribbon. Now, because I've gone white, I have some fabulous white ribbon somewhere. He says, I'll find it in a second. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop like a frame for my white ribbon. So I'm just going to go like so. So I've popped, can we see there? I've got a lovely score line, and then I'm just going to pop another one in here. And then either side, I'm going to do a little thin one. So I've created myself, it looks like it might have been part of my embossing folder. Hoping you'll be able to see that. I'll just hold that up there. There we go. There you go. You can see them. They're shiny. There we go. It's just to house my ribbon that's going to go across the base of our card here. So let's just set that aside and let's grab our ribbon. Just going to take a little bit of ribbon here and some scissors. I'm just going to wrap a piece of ribbon around the back. I've already done a bow. So as you can see, there we go. Look, the ribbon will sit tight in the centre, around that line there. So let's just grab our tape pen. Keep it down. And you can see at the front you've got sort of your score lines, and then that white ribbon just to sort of enhance it a little bit. So there's our ugly mistake. Let's get rid of it, hey. Mind you, it still would have been okay. It would have just been a deboss side, that's all. And I'm just going to glue as well. Mount it onto here. Give it a second to grab. And then, obviously, it's going to need a sentiment, of course. Yeah, you could have done the score lines the other way. If I'd have thought of that, I would have probably done them the other way. Just give this a second to grab because it's just coming away in places. But like always, you can do your version at home and not be under the pressure of lights and cameras like me. So hopefully we have a nice pretty design on there. And then I'm just going to bring in this black card here. On the next one, I'll do the lines again and we'll do them up. So they've got two different cards then. Now you could add some white paint or like a gilding to the frame if you wanted to enhance the frame a little bit more. But I like the delicateness. I don't know if it's showing very... It is... Try this way. No. It is very delicate. It's very pretty. But I appreciate you might not be able to see that very well on the camera. See if that helps. There you can see the detail. There we go. It is really pretty. And then I have a fabulous bow, which I did before I came to air because the pressure of doing it on air is not great. It's a double one with the 2 ears. Try and get your ears the same if you can. I'm not the best at this. I'll just add a little bit of tape onto there. What I do is I'll add a little bit of tape under the sort of ribbon hold, because when you put this on it'll drag it down, and then just a little bit on top. Now if you have the confidence to put the ribbon under there and create one from there, then go for that. But it is personal preference, personal choice, personal capability really, because you all know I am not the best at the bows. And I think that just needs a little bit of sparkle and a sentiment. So let's just move on to our tree. So you can see all that lovely emboss around that lovely dandelion head there. Probably just needs a little sentiment here. So let's move on to our tree, and then at the end I'll hold them both up. So this time let's do the lines like one of the ladies said, up. Let's have a look. You just need to see where you don't want them to go. So I don't want them past that. So let's do them the other way. So let's go here. And I'm going to do a double line because I think the double line looks really elegant. And then here. Just reaffirming those lines so we get a good one through. And there we go. Can we see those there? So that's if you do them the other way. And this time, my favourite, my comfort zone, some twine. Super easy. So let's put some twine in this gap. I always wrap it around 2 or 3 times just to add a little bit of texture. I hope you're all going to be making these cards today, because they are super quick, super easy. I'm just probably making it look more difficult than it is by making a few errors, but you know, under no pressure at home, they're going to be relatively easy. So let's get this stuck onto our gold card here. So again, I'm going to be using the tape and the glue because I feel like at least my tie or my wraparound isn't going to come away. And glue. But you can use your pads as well, don't you know, the pads to raise up. And keep all your twine within your score lines because that looks really pretty. I'm just going to turn that over. That looks so good. I have to say I'm pleased with the tree, and it would have looked even nice on white cardstock too. So if you'd used your green and your gold, that would have looked lovely too. So let's put our twine bow on. Now with this one I am super confident because I love twine because it's very forgiving. It just goes where it wants to go and there are no rules. So I just doubled it up like that so I can create like a bit of a thicker bow, and then all I do is I just pop it underneath and I tie it in a bow, and I do mine to the side. Normally the only reason I've done the white one in the centre there is because it's too big. go to the side. And then the legs that are not open, and you can position them and pull them as you please. Just get it to go that way a little bit. See that there? So you can see those score lines where we've popped twine in between. There we go. Can we see those there? You can see them there. So let's just pop these two up then. They're in desperate need of a sentiment. I appreciate that. I haven't got sentiments for them though, but I will pop some on for the photo at the end. Let's just stand these two up then. As soon as you add those sentiments, they always look very different anyway, don't they? So there we go. I'll just step out of the way. There we go. So what do we think, guys? Super easy. Metallic paints, embossing folders, you know, go for it really. There are absolutely no rules, I guess. So I will pop a sentiment on there for when we pop a picture on. Oh, you like those? It's just the techniques really. It's not about me showing you how to mat and layer a card. It's not about me showing you how to score a card. You all know the basics, or most of you know the basics. So it's more about, is it a little bit of a different technique that we can maybe forgotten? It's a, you know, one we've done years ago or months ago that we need to revisit because we've lost our mojo. It's about picking up the technique and twisting it, turning it, and doing your own thing really, or doing it the same. It's entirely up to you. That's why I'm here. I mean, I'm not here with a plethora of brand new ideas, which is more often than not no. But I am here to keep you going, keep that mojo going, and it's good for me as well to stand here and craft because it's not very often I get a chance to do it. So the winner of the embossing folders, of those techniques. Right, the winner of the embossing folders is on my card here, and the lovely lady is called Anne Allen. Okay, so if you, Anne Allen, you commented on yesterday's video underneath, so you are the winner of our fabulous embossing folders, 5 of the brand new ones. If you'd like to message me over on Facebook, I'll get them out to you with your address, or info@stampsbyme.co.uk, and we'll get those out to you. And then on Friday, I will pick a winner for the one that we've used today in show, which is this lovely one. And I'll pick a winner for Friday for this one. So all you need to do is pop a comment under this video after I've gone off air, and I'll pick a winner for that one too. So I hope you've had a nice afternoon with me, a little bit of inspiration then, you're itching to get off your chair and go and dig out your paints or some stamps or something just to play with. So whatever you're doing, stay safe as always, cozy, warm, stay with your loved ones if you can, and I will see you all tomorrow at 1 o'clock for a fabulous brand new launch on the How to Craft Network. See you later everyone, bye!